Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again. We're here for game number 5, the final one, the final countdown. Whatever other terrible 80s song you want to use in this instance, it is appropriate because it's FlyToMoon facing off against Virtus.pro. Mo, we're here. It's happening. I didn't think it was going to happen.
I was about to start screaming final countdown over you, but I decided against it.
Thank you for that.
I'm sure everybody's disappointed now, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I was going to mention at the end of last series, I didn't, but I hate when you cast best of fives like this, right? And then it gets a tool, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's a best of one now. It's just a best of one." And you're like, "No, it's not a best of one." I mean, FlyToMoon have overcome a 2-0 deficit and have gained like such a massive amount of momentum coming into the last game that, coming into the series, you would have assumed VP were favourites, but maybe they are still favourites for game 5, but FlyToMoon would have definitely proven to people that, their odds of winning have probably gone up in comparison to what people thought before. With this big momentum swing that they've had, I would say they're going to be feeling really good coming into this.
Well, right, and that's the thing that's interesting, right? Is that there's many different things that change throughout the course of a series, but it feels to me like one of the things that we mentioned was the Undying. I personally think that if you're Virtus.pro, you either pick it or ban it here, because the games that it's gone well, they've been able to sort of use that hero to catapult them to success by giving them an incredibly strong laning stage, and then also like some pretty nice save. I always feel like Soul Rip is underrated how much heal it gives you. And then, of course, like in the later stages, Tombstone, all that good stuff. But to me, it felt like that was, in some ways, one of the centerpieces of their draft. And they're taking a long time right now with this ban. This is interesting.
I was going to say, I think General was the one that, for me, that did a lot of work last game. So they banned the Mars, but I think they have to really consider whether this DP is something they want to let through, because I felt like it reminds me of like when the Chinese teams pick Shadow Shaman. And it's just this hero where you're forcing fights. Like, whether they like it or not, like, you put wards down, you pop exorcism, like any kind of spell like that, and you're like, we're going to go. Like, what are you going to do about it? And it's just another hero this patch which just seems like really strong to me. All his talents are really good as well. I think he utilizes neutral items as well really well. Because DP is one of these items that has a lot of weaknesses. Like, you need to build a lot of items to cover what the hero wants. Like, it's not naturally high armor. You want to use as well because you need mana regen, and the movement speed is really nice. And then you need like raw HP as well, because until level 20, your HP pool overall isn't really that high. So there's like loads of things you need. And I think having a neutral item slot that basically you get given something for free, it benefits the hero a lot.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I think that it's like that. Basically, you just need to exist, right? And there's a lot of neutral items that let you exist better. If that makes sense. Yeah. Either like that you are there and it's nice, or whatever. I just want to say that this is really interesting, like that it's taking this long for this round of bans, right? Because that's sort of one of the big things that is always very telling. You come in with an idea of what you want out of a game, and then suddenly things change to the first couple bans they let through. The Oracle, that's going to be picked up by Virtus.pro. I don't believe that they've had that so far in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty sure FlyToMoon had it once, but I don't think VP have. It feels like this is something Solo's really comfortable on.
Yeah.
It gets first phase banned a lot of the time at the moment still as well. It's just a really strong hero, and these saves are something that a lot of the high level teams will utilize really well. I'm personally not surprised to see this Grimstroke picked at all. I think FlyToMoon did really well with it before. It enables a lot of different heroes, and Beastmaster is definitely one of them. No. I can't wait to see what happens here with the, they've got the double raw, but I think the Inkswell is the big one for me that really stands out.
Yeah, it's really nice, depending upon what your lane matchup is. I will say there's some interesting things going on already. So Beastmaster picked up into the Oracle. Sometimes that's a little bit scary, right? Like, so much of what this hero is about is his roar in the later stages. I mean, obviously you want like the early pushing potential, picking up a Vlad, strong laner, all that good stuff. But the other part is being able to roar somebody and set up for kills. Oracle obviously being able to take that off really quickly. The key things that I'm seeing here as far as other heroes that haven't been banned, they did still ban out the Shadow Demon, the Bat Rider, the Nature's Prophet, the Chen. Oracle was let through, which meant that they could, pick him up. And then Mars, Timber, and Pango were also all taken out of the pool. So they're just going to go straight in for the Troll afterwards. Other heroes that are still in the pool. We've got the Nyx Assassin around if they want it. We've got the Undying around if we still want it. Maybe that's just in reaction to like the big tanky strength heroes, and it feels like VP are going a different direction with their draft this time.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think when you see Grimstroke Beastmaster, though, obviously the Soulbind makes Trolls
5
games really
seconds
hard.
remaining.
With like him being unable to, like, when he pops ult, if he gets Soulbind, he can't really get these like melee hits off that he wants to. But Troll's one of these heroes that when you have Oracle, the Troll gets enabled so much, but you can also build loads of status resistance. Like if you get SMY Satanic, all of a sudden both these heroes don't feel as strong in like the Grimstroke and the Beastmaster.
Right.
So you have to be super careful with like how you approach this Troll. And he also has really high armor, which when you're against this Beastmaster in lane is really important. But the Oracle doesn't really deal with that hero in lane very well either. Because like these boars keep coming out. So Troll's, relatively self-sustainable, that he doesn't need a massive amount of help in the laning stage.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Up until this point, neither pick nor banned in the entire series. FlyToMoon coming out with some secret strats. The one thing that is kind of interesting, though, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, that the Soulbind will last the full duration on Troll Warlord if he's the secondary target attached to it.
10 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
that's correct.
So that at least is a nice part about it. But
5
Io gets
seconds
taken.
remaining.
This does kind of leave them in a bit of an interest. I wonder if they're going to play a mid. That's been like isn't there been a trend for a little while in Europe still doing some like mid Ios?
I know like some teams have before, but it's not like a massive thing.
Okay.
Iceberg does play Wisp. I mean,
Yeah.
that is something he can do. I remember there was, what was the Twitch tournament that they did for streamers and stuff before, where it was like
Twitch
AR,
Rivals?
the reverse
Radiant
captains mode
team
game.
pick.
Twitch Rivals?
And they had to, I can't remember, but and Iceberg played mid Wisp in that game. But it looks like they're probably just going to play it support with the gyro, I assume.
I mean, it could still be switched up. Like mid IO with gyrocopters still really nice. You pick up the Helm of the Dominator, and then later on when you get your cool talents, it's all good and well to also be buffing up the gyrocopter.
My
10
only thing
seconds
I would say
remaining.
about this Whisper is that they only have one setup at the moment in the Beastmaster
Yeah.
Raw. I mean,
5
their
seconds
lineup is still really strong as like a 5-man unit at the moment, which is why I really like that VP have picked up some kind of team fight hero. I think they needed a little bit more lockdown, something that allowed them. Yeah, it's a little bit greedy maybe with the laning stage early on. But
Yeah.
if they can get towards this blink, it enables them to be able to try and take team fights, which I think is really important here. And it's a hero that allows them to try and jump the Wisp
Radiant
towards
team
the start of the fight or so.
Whoa, and they take a Pugna out. So that's the thing, though, that I think you're absolutely spot on about, though, is that, yes, it's good if you can get to that item, but getting there might be difficult because you've got two pretty damn strong laners in the Beastmaster and the Gyrocopter, and now you're running Oracle Earthshaker as your support combos. It's just like, ugh, it sounds gross. You just get pummeled and punched. Like, how do you
10
deal with
seconds
that? That
remaining.
seems a little bit difficult.
I quite like this Pugna
5
pick because they
seconds
can play it
remaining.
off lane and mid, right? Still,
Okay.
but I imagine it would probably be the 3. It's a hero that it doesn't need too much help in the laning stage against an IO Gyro, right? Because they can't really do anything. They can't chase him down really. Like Pugna's a really quick hero. He kind of just runs away and they don't really do anything. And so I think it kind of like frees the Shaker up to do a little bit more of whatever he wants. Like he can go and cut waves if he wants, or
Okay.
set up for kills mid. I think it's really important the VP picks something as their mid laner that does have kill potential though with the Shaker.
10 seconds remaining.
They need a little bit more team fight as well, which is why I think the Kunkaban's
Radiant
really
team
good.
pick.
Okay.
That's cool.
Could be. It's probably going to be no one on the Pugna then,
Dude,
I would assume.
I so just want them to pick a Bane. Oh no, they're not doing the mid IO. That's too bad. But that's pretty cool too, though, if we're gonna be honest. Iceberg
Okay, so
Clop.
yeah, I mean, no one on the Lesh as well, so that's not what I expected.
Huh.
But okay, I don't mind it too much.
I love that.
It is a
Clop
hero
set.
that can fight early on though, which oh yeah, the Cop set is good actually. Love the green.
Yeah, it's the one I use. So no one playing Lesh against the Queen of Pain. V-Tune and always want to fly IO. IO Gyro. It's a classic combo. Like you said, only that one setup with the Beastmaster, but I think this is still probably more about just like, go out, get Gyro crazy farmed. sprint and like make sure that he has an amazing game. You don't even have to play a ton around the relocate ganks if you don't want to.
Yeah, it feels like Wisp has changed a little bit, right? Where it used to be more of like a split push. We're going to find pickoffs with relocate. We're going to be able to push lanes out all the time when our Wisp gyro can just relocate in and take fights. It feels more like the Wisp is just an enabler this time, right? Where like you say, you get the gyro really farmed. You get like a healing item on the Wisp, maybe like a mech or something, relatively decent time, and it gives you that 5-man push potential that it feels like they're kind of going for, like this 20-25 minute timing, right? Where gyro gets BKB and they just kind of go.
Well, we will see if they can get to that point. I think that they can, and I really am feeling like FlyToMoon have the draft to take them over the edge. This draft from Virtus.pro, like, there's a lot of things in it that are very cool, but it feels like it's the type of draft where you would just like run somebody over and they would be like so off balance and not know what to do, and it's just very like bulky or like clunky weird things that fit together. But there's no like cohesive big team fight to me, at least until that Shaker gets Blink Dagger, and I don't think that FlyToMoon are going to be caught that far off guard by it. I don't know. I just don't think it's going to work for whatever reason.
I think no one on this Lesh though is.
Yeah,
he is really strong at this year, and I'd be less worried about their line. I'd be more worried about this Queen of Pain.
Okay.
I feel like whenever I see like a Queen of Pain last pick, I'm like, oh, like it's okay. I never look at a game, well, very rarely, and think, this Queen of Pain is like a super good pick, right?
Right.
So I don't mind it too much, but I worry that if Iceberg falls behind a little bit in the laning stage, he's gonna have a lot of recovering to do. He's gonna have to get a lot done. I'm yet to be convinced by this Queen of Pain still. I'm just not sure about the hero.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I can pick up what you're putting down a little bit. I will say that Iceberg is the type of person that you would want playing that Queen of Pain, because he is going to be feeling himself so much, and if you're going to be winning with it, you got to be winning with it super hard and like just sort of push it to its absolute limits, which he is absolutely going to attempt to do.
I mean, we'll Iceberg on Queen of Pain sounds like it's either going to go one way or the other very quick.
Yeah.
Like, we're not sure which one, but it would definitely go one way.
There's no middle ground. Absolutely. And we'll see. We'll find out very quickly, I think. General, likewise on Beastmaster, taking axes first. Really? Okay. That's interesting. Gets the bounty rune. Still beating away at him. Why is he going? Okay. I guess it's a lot of damage with the Orb of Venom.
No boots Ags Rush. That's the build on Beastmaster.
It's a pretty fun one.
Remember when that first came out and people were like, "Oh yeah, this sounds really cool," and then everyone's like, "No, it's actually really bad." Like,
do you want to know my build for a little bit that I tried it out? Was Ags and then eventually going Radiance, because the stacks of the axes increases the damage that Radiance does.
The only thing that sounds absolutely horrendous, I'll be honest, but the only thing I will say about this is that they have like loads of good wave clear, right?
Yeah.
Where they can just shove in the lane really quickly with Stroke of Fate and axes, and just try and get good trades off at level 1. But at the moment, I mean, BP seems to be doing a decent amount back. Solo instantly charged up a full Fortune's End onto like the whole creep wave, I'm pretty sure. So.
Yeah, so they're gonna try and keep it from doing that exactly. And he is not yet. It looks like the camp was still body blocked by Aloha Dance. As bottom,
they tried to Fisher in the Wisp, but just missed. So they're gonna have to try and go on the gyro instead.
Does not look like that's gonna work all that well. Although Zayat's on the backside. I mean, they've got Headdress, they got Fairy Fire. This is a really hard kill to get. Does manage to get a deny out there.
Ooh.
Jesus. Fissure blocked off yet again.
They are getting pressured really hard under the tower.
Yeah, they are. He's not been able to get all these last hits either. Very, very tough for him. Does also have like a lot of stat items, but still just with all that pressure under there, things are so chaotic. He hasn't been able to get all the last hits. Mid lane,
Iceberg's doing really, Iceberg's doing really well mid actually.
Just the no blink build. Get in there.
Yeah, this is something I've been seeing more of, and I wasn't really 100% sure on it before, but seems to be the new big thing, just so you can secure the range creeps, especially with the scream.
Now the real test is if he keeps going for it. He goes a 404 build.
I do that sounds, and then you build Blink.
Yeah, exactly.
First item.
You'll get it faster than anybody else. There'll never be a build faster before. All right, so pressure coming in yet again over here towards mid. Missing a couple of CS here and there. Not the worst thing in the world. But at least for now, 13 and 6 there. Troll's having a nice time as well. It does look like the Beastmaster has... And again, he takes the Inner Beast afterwards. Like, is he just going to go straight axes?
I assume he goes 1-4-1 would be my guess. I don't think you put any more points in axes, but I mean, I could be wrong, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is like his new thought or something. We'll see what he goes here. Yeah, he goes back for the board and hawk, yeah. That's definitely the play. I agree. I was just wondering if he was going to do something else strange, or maybe if he skilled up axes by mistake or something. That could have been what it is, too.
Pretty passive game, though, overall so far. Lots of trading, but not a huge amount of kill threat in any lane. Like, it's kind of just... You know, everyone's lacking that killing blow a little bit.
Yeah. Iceberg there gets another deny on the range creep. As top lane, more aggression coming in. Taking down that hawk first. Or rather, the boar. And it looks like they were able to get that pull off, but did not get the deny on that range creep at the end of it all.
I think the big lane to look for me is this mid lane, because I think Queen of Pain's going to hit level 6 first. She's like half a level ahead of the Lesh at the moment, so
Illusion.
I think if she can get that scream of the Sonic Wave come online relatively quickly, I think Lesh has to be really careful.
Yeah. Getting some good damage over time out there onto no one. Now, if he's a real god, he could eventually deny himself with this illusions. That would be the real play.
Oh, so smart. Everyone rushing Manta, is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Only against Quap, though.
Yeah, just for the power plays.
Another fissure. Loha dances on the other side of it, so two's V-Tune. They're going to get some extra damage onto him. Shoot out those flat cannon shots, and now need to be careful because they're going to get a couple of these denied, actually. Double range creep denies, dude. Zayat. Settle down.
I've just remembered as well, up in the top lane, they can... Oh, actually, Kuman's in trouble here a little bit.
General.
I'll say that.
Well, he's almost down. Ooh, but the heal coming in because of the solo. And Axe is going, no, he's going to miss. Oh, they gave him the miss chance. Are you kidding me? All right, and able to get the final going back the other direction. General takes him down from the grave. Silence goes out the other direction. Slow down, looking for the solo. Ink Swell, he's got 2 points up in it, and Solo does not have any mana, but they weren't able to get close enough to get the Ink Swell off.
All of a sudden, Grimstroke's level 4 as well.
Yeah.
This guy's going to be feeling pretty good.
So
We've talked about how much the Soul Bite did in the other game. We're probably going to see it here as well. Iceberg hits this level 6 now as well. I'm really wondering whether he wants to go for this top lane. He was kind of debating it. But it's a tough kill.
Yeah,
like Dire Scan as well. Yeah,
I mean, it was pretty telegraphed that that's where they were going to go if they were going to make a play. As well, Io just gets brought down. No one's somewhat low. Has to be real careful here. This cooldown's about to come offline. No one spots the rune. Spots that it's not there and leaves.
That's super good for V-Tune though, because they killed off Rezo on the Pugna first. So
okay.
A good trade for them overall. You know, Io dies, but if you're killing the Rezo Pugna, still pretty decent for them.
Top lane, General, like you said, going back for maxing out the Call the Wild afterwards. And Zayat moving in to go for another fissure block potentially. Not going to do it. General. Double boar slowdown. They show up now. Looking for the finish. Does not have level 6 yet. There is no save. Trying to save that Sonic Wave, in fact. And will do it as they get the final finish.
Yeah, you could tell Iceberg was like, I really want to use this Sonic Wave, but he might just kill Solo instead now.
Sonic Wave. Oh. I mean, I thought that he could have gotten him with the dagger first.
I've never heard the "Wish I'd learned how to read" line before.
Yeah, it's a good one. I think that's a gold tier.
Radiant structures are
Yeah,
fortified.
it's Good old Beastmaster.
Does he have the best lines? I didn't realize.
He
I know
does.
some of them are really good. But...
Does he have the? He is definitely has the best bounty rune line. You know which one I'm talking about there, right?
Wait, what's that one?
Oh, or no,
yeah.
whatever it is. It's a good one.
Zayat's is coming mid, by the way. They really want to try and secure this tower. He's actually... Oh, they're diving bot.
That's why.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they get that kill. Always want to fly is going to get caught for the moment, but he should be good to tether out of here in a second. So yeah, comes over
Cut the tree.
and is out of there. So another quick pick, and again, FlyToMoon looking good across all of their lanes. Pugna not having quite the greatest of times right now. Lowest, as well as the Troll. Both of them are struggling a little bit. It's not horrific, but it's a little bit rough.
Who's going to hit level 6 soon as well on the Beastmaster, which is a big turning point for them. Might see them try and link up with the Wisp and the Gyro at that point, I think, to force down some towers. Because Troll, although this hero is relatively, strong early on in terms of being difficult to kill, he doesn't really do too much against these two heroes just running at him.
Yeah. And right now, General's going to try and push out this lane. He's going to get level 6 off of this. Now head over and find Coolman. Obviously, Roar is a little bit tough to do, but they have a ward in the area. Doesn't look like they're willing to go yet, as Boar gets denied.
It's really important you don't give away those boars for free, because they give 60 XP each, so no matter what level. So especially towards the start of the game, you have to make sure none of those boars are just being fed away.
Heads up play there by Solo as well. He realizes, okay, he saw me go in for the deny onto the boar and the kill onto the boar, and he immediately drops the sentry ward and gets the D ward. So good decision there. And now 9 minutes in, resolution still down here solo against VTune and always want to fly. This is a pretty quick and easy kill if he steps too far up. But they're just going to farm out the rest of the jungle, it looks like, for the moment, and then probably just push out the wave afterwards.
Oh, faded brooch as well for the Gyro. Jeez.
Mid lane.
What an iron.
Aloha dance. He's caught. And he's dead. Now back behind the tower. Yeah, this is nice. Has the creeps
and
nearby.
let's just found the ward as well, because he moved into the trees.
Oh, yeah.
Got hit by the tower. Yeah, he's only got 2 minutes left, so it's not a massive deal, but even so. They are going to see the Lesh moving down bot because of the ward, though.
Oh my god, there are a lot of people here. You guys gotta get the hell out. They do have relocate if they need it, but 4 heroes rotating bottom and not able to find anybody. Iceberg trying to connect. He's not careful. He might get caught out of position himself. So he's going for the bounty runes. Has a haste as well. Just blinks away and he's fine and dandy. So bounty rune situation 3 to FlyToMoon. VP only picking up the 1.
What's Iceberg building? He's going BKB first item. Jesus.
Oh, that's nice. Sonic Wave gets caught by the fissure still, but with the haste rune can get the hell out of there before things turn dusty. I love that. He just runs forward for a little right click there. He's gonna dagger him. Just punch him. Give him an extra harassment. It's I got a haste rune. I'm fine. Force him to TP all the way back to home.
2 minutes.
Okay.
The relocate.
Looking for the finish. Force out that troll ulti. Moving into position. Zayat trying to interrupt. They are going to be relocating back in a second. They get the kill and are going to be able to get out afterwards with at least the IO. And now Zayat also going to fall. They eventually beat him down. VTune getting it. The Necro Books are also after. Poor old Solo who kills the Necro Book. Gets a little bit of gold for himself before he dies. On the other side of the map, the Wisp does go down. But that's 3 kills in a big rotation. And FlyToMoon, after being down 0-2 in the series, are now looking to be ahead in game number 5.
They're looking super good, aren't they? I mean, I think the big thing for VP is just to keep farming, especially on this Shaker, though. He needs a lane at some point. And my worry is, I look at this Lesh Tron Pugna, I'm like, well, which one of them really want to just give up their lane to allow the Shaker to farm?
Right.
If they all kind of want to focus on their own game a little bit still. So it's going to be a while before Knights gets that blink, I think. He's nowhere near at the moment.
I don't know, man. This is looking rather rough. Iceberg is having a hell of a game. They show up for a second just to try and, get some extra farm for himself, but he is just going to die. Solo, one more punch, gets taken down. Iceberg is a monster. Maybe they could try and catch him when he's heading over this direction if he like blinks over into the jungle, but Iceberg playing it safe is going to head back towards mid, pressure this tower a little bit.
Do you know what I really hate about Necrobook is when you killed one before in the last patch, it felt really good. And now you kill it and you're like, oh, 50 gold.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Cool. Thanks very much.
It's so bad. Useless. Absolutely useless. And then on top of that, it's just like such an amazing farming item because of the piercing damage that it deals. For all you fine folks out there that wonder why everybody's going Necrobook nowadays, it's because these creeps do more damage to neutrals than any other damage type, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty insane.
I mean, they just, when you pick them up on any hero, like it doesn't matter what hero you're doing, you can just instantly take Ancients. Like it doesn't matter. They just absolutely rip through them.
Yeah.
It's like you're playing Spectre safe lane or something, and people just build Necrobook. Like you can just start running through the jungle like it's absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Also, really good mana regen.
Yes, yeah, and it's easy build up as well.
Totally.
Top lane in the
General,
jungle.
He's in trouble. Roar, he held it. He realized that was not going to work, and sometimes you just get caught, you know? You're farming out the enemy jungle, they make a big smoke movement. That is time that they are not killing your gyrocopter. Then VTune, going for it. Got the diffusal blade. You love to see
that
it.
was going to be my point. This guy has seen some Topsome gyrocopter from TI. It's really good this game though, because I mean the Purge is really good to to catch up onto people, but like heroes like Troll and Lesh really need their mana, and Shaker as well, especially, is another one. Like these heroes really don't like their mana being burned through quickly. And they're gonna get... How close is he to BKB on Gyro? Oh, not that close. I was gonna say, when Iceberg gets BKB and VTune gets BKB, what are they scared of?
No.
Like there's Lesh, Puck and a Shaker as three of the heroes that...
Oh,
it's all magic damage.
they're getting set up for it. I thought that Io was going to relocate back, but realizing that he could just end up going down, he gets brought back over there, and that gives enough space for FlyToMoon to take down the tower. So heads up play there, but I always want to fly, realizing if I bring back my gyrocopter, we probably lose the game, and that doesn't happen.
Human's going Battle Fury as well on the Troll. So not even going to be building an item like a Yasha first or anything that might possibly help him fight. Just he has to go straight greed here though, because
Oh,
no one.
no one. Needs to be a little bit wary here. Oracle moving into position,
Oracle.
saves the life. Okay, VTune bit far forward. Now the Soulbind onto two of them. Got to be careful. The follow-up's coming in. VTune, he walked back in, but the regen comes in from the Io Echo Slam, trying to burst him down in time. They will get the gyrocopter kill, which is well worth it, as they are going to still chase Aloha Dance. I don't know why he ran back in right there. That was crazy.
I think he felt really strong because he had the Wisp with him, who just mech'd him up for the double heal, but it didn't make a difference whatsoever.
So much damage.
Just did not respect the walk-in Echo Slam from Zayas.
Right. Well, and, you know, eventually this is going to start to turn, because Always Wanna Fly is going to keep building a ton of, health items. Not to mention a lot of the potential pickups along the way, whether it's an Essence Ring or maybe a Greater Fairy Fire. Close are they to some of these things? Not seeing much.
I was going to say, they need a pipe on somebody as well, and it looks like General is getting one. I think that's going to be a big point for them. Try and reduce some of that damage. The problem with the Radiant's lineup is that they don't have a way of getting onto the Oracle at the start of the fight. Like, it's only really this Queen of Pain.
Right.
But she's gone Blink first, so... Sorry, she's not Blink first, BKB first.
Right.
I wish she'd gone Blink first. And so they can't really blow up the Oracle really quickly. It's not like you've got a Storm on your team or something where you just zip in and kill him off straight away. You've got to be really careful about how you take fights on FlyToMoon, I think.
You know, unironically, that was the build that I saw Xing Q do on Serenity for Queen of Pain, was Blink Dagger and then Dagon 5. And he would Blink Dagger in on top of the supports, blow them up at the start of the fights, and then he would have his natural blink to blink out afterwards. That way he wouldn't die. It was off-lane Quap, and it was one of the coolest games ever. And it was actually the correct build to go Blink Dagger Queen of Pain. It was amazing.
The thing is, like, no build's stupid if you can, like, reason it.
Yeah.
Right. My problem is when people do stupid builds, they get told why it's bad and then they still do it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
Radiant's
Okay.
bottom tower is under attack.
Well, 17 minutes in, it is only 1,000 gold lead. But it feels like there kind of is this impending sense of doom with this gyrocopter who's getting more and more farmed. And when you actually get BKBs online, what does this lineup of Virtus.pro do? Like, you're going to hit such a nice timing before Troll really comes online because he went Battle Fury.
He has to, though. Like, he has to just scale and try and farm through, because I was saying, like, even if he goes Diffusal first or something, right?
Yeah.
It's still a really difficult game for him.
Totally.
So he's going to go for this Battle Fury to help him farm, then go back for the status resistance build, I assume. So he's got SMY queued up, and then he'll probably just go Satanic straight away afterwards. And I think that's going to be his big time. He might just go BKB after the SMY, but I think you have to go a little bit more greedy this game.
Mm-hmm.
Dire are scanning.
Well, movement in. They're going to scan out the Roche pit. VTune is not actually in there, but they're going to be another round of D-wards. Solo places an Observer ward right after the Sentry, so that should get D-warded shortly, I would imagine, as bottom lane. Just a quick relocate gank comes on in, and they kill off Coolman. That can't happen. It's supposed to be farming.
Where was the ward they saw him on there? Or did they just run in?
I think they just ran... Oh, yeah, I think they just ran in.
Oh, it might have been a Hawk, actually.
Yeah.
They had Beastmaster. That is something we haven't talked about, actually, to be fair. Like, these Hawks are just enabling them to make these aggressive plays. Like, the map control is so much in the favor of the Radiant side.
Yeah. FlyToMoon. What a team. They're doing it right now. And killing off that troll is a lot more than just the gold that he lost in that fight. It's also this time when he is not farming, and you're farming so much faster on the gyrocopter, as it does look like we're going to be losing the Beastmaster here. He gets taken out, and VP very gladly going to accept that kill. Coming into their waiting arms.
I just looked at Grimstroke's talents.
Yeah, it's
Dear
insane.
Lord. Though all 8 of them are crazy. Like, apart from maybe the X-Roll damage at level 10.
I actually think that
then,
one's
it's
pretty
like
hype.
500 damage at level 4.
Yeah, I think it's pretty hype. A 25% damage increase for one of your most used spells is pretty awesome. Oh, hello.
The thing is that
Radiant's
Donk.
courier has been killed.
They're getting set up right now to try and defend against this, it looks like. As FlyToMoon wanting to move over, take this down. There's a long TP in. Zayat trying to interrupt it, maybe. No, he's just going to get the outpost gone there.
yeah, they got to try and take the top one instead. Resolution's running over.
Oh, does he get it in time? TP? TP? No, nobody's coming.
It's fine.
So he'll
The thing
get
is,
there.
like, as soon as people start taking it, you can't TP in and then cancel it.
Right.
Because the TP to the outpost is so long
Yeah.
that you have to kind of, like, be ahead of it and get ready to TP before.
Flesh misses his stun there. DD picked up for Iceberg. As she is halfway to her Orchid just about. And looking to try and keep this pressure continuing up. I mean, the thing that's weird about this, though, is to me, I feel like if you're FlyToMoon, you want to hit this BKB timing really hard. They have them both on the gyrocopter and the Queen of Pain. I'm a little bit concerned that they're not making the move. All right, so they're going to go for a relocate play in. Looks like the call.
Iceberg's had BKB on his Queen of Pain for ages, and they haven't found anything with it yet. Like, the tempo of the game's really slowed down.
Wait a minute.
Which favors VP a lot.
Blink Dagger reveal coming in right there. Do they have enough to fully lock them out? They do. That is not the BKB reveal you wanted. An Iceberg going to try and go into both of them. Pops the BKB of her own. Sonic Wave punches down. Is it going to be enough, though? Solo's just TPing out. He might get out of there. Does
He's
he
already
live?
salving as well.
Oh, my God. He's back up at full HP. Both BKB reveals, BKB actually used by the Queen of Pain, and they don't get anything. That can't happen.
I don't know, they had this massive advantage and they felt so uncomfortable, like,
Radiant's
making more
top
plays
tower
without
is under attack.
before they got their BKBs. And then, so there was this, like, 5 to 7 minute window, I would say, where this Trolls just had Battle Fury and it's just free farm the whole time, right? And it's, this whole slow tempo of the game is exactly what VP needed to, let their cores come online. Because they had fallen behind quite a lot, especially this Troll, which, you know, even Battle Fury doesn't help him fight, right? Like, he needs to get more items to allow him to get there.
Yeah.
So...
They gotta reset mentally right now. You've got to be able to reset your emotions here, and this is a really dangerous moment. All right, no Echo Slam, but they want to try and take down Roshan. If they get this and then are able to sort of like try and lock down the rest of the map, all is forgiven from that earlier mess up. I think that resets the game enough that it's fine.
Yeah, they know that there's no echo on the shaker as well, so they
Right.
feel really comfortable about doing this. Like that's the big one for them. False Promise is still down for 40 seconds as well. They aren't really scared of anything at this point, so they're just trying to take objectives while they can.
Roche going down. Are they going to be too far committed on Virtus.pro as they get the Force Staff to try and run away? Get Vision of Iceberg. Fissure, land out, jump into the middle of all of them, tries to get the slowdown onto Zayat's, able to get him for the moment. Disarmed, caught, jump for more, looking for Solos. He already used the Fate's Edict, and Solo's going to end up regretting that one. Although he gets it on himself afterwards. Chase forward, looking for more, blink in. The pain train does not stop. It keeps going.
Choo choo. Let's go. I mean, that's pretty ballsy, but again, like, there's no counterplay because they don't have their spells up yet on the dire side.
Right.
So I like that the Lesh and the Troll basically just left, and they were like, well, if we're not going to be doing anything here, we're just going to go and farm anyway.
Well, that is also going to become undone here in just a moment as, well, no one gets caught. No one. About to be done. So they keep the pressure on. They can come back towards mid lane now if they want. So they relocate back in and pressure this tier 2 tower.
I think the fact that he hasn't gone BKB on Lesh before Bloodstone is super greedy this game. I think with the way, you know, like FlyToMoon are going to want to play this massive tempo game, it's not an amazing BKB game, but I think you need everything you can get. Like, in terms of BKB, just helping keep you alive.
Yeah.
And the fact that he dies as soon as he picks up his Bloodstone is super sad as well, losing those 3 charges.
Totally. Yeah, it's it feels like this is the timing that FlyToMoon wanted to hit. It got slowed down a little bit by that death up top, but that doesn't change the... I think that there's a lot of other teams that would have probably had that moment and been like, oh my god, you know, stress out. You start freaking out. You're like, we're missing our timing or something like that. But they very calmly just were like, all right, Echo's down. Let's go into Roche, take it now. And that's sort of what you need out of a team. Veteran leadership to recognize that strength that you still have as a team. And it looks like they're going to try and push out bottom lane and then pressure the top lane. Now, one thing they can't allow to happen is another Zayat rotation to kill them right here.
Yeah, he's going Shadow Blade next as well, which I think is really important. The big thing I want to talk about here is this Queen of Pain's just picked up an Orchid. And we mentioned that it's really important they can get to the backline and kill off the Oracle first. And the only real play that Oracle has here...
Oh, danger, danger. Run away, V-Tune's all alone. Jump in, Fissure, he needs a BKB. He gets it off in time, and now the runaway. Gotta escape, gotta escape. V-Tune's in trouble, gets the pushback from the Queen of Pain, living through it. Always want to fly, has the tether back up again to try and let him live. Has the bonus HP regen. Cool man gonna go down here. Although no, Decrep chase forward gets the kill. Iceberg came in, put the kibosh onto it. BKB out. That DD's still working. And they're looking for more. They still smell blood. Looking now at no one. Oh, the clumsy net. They got him. They got vision from the Hawk. Tries to turn, see if they can make something happen. But everybody else is showing up now. I'll be creeping while you're sleeping. They kill him.
The general brought back for that as well. That was so nice. He realizes that because they have Aegis, this is like their big time to go, right?
Yeah.
So they need to make something happen right here and right now. So he buys back instantly into the game. The fact they get the Lesh kill off of it as well is like even bigger. Lesh now down to 9 Bloodstone charges. You know, even further away from this BKB that he needs to be able to fight. Oh, there is a Titan Sliver though, which is really nice for the Troll.
Yeah.
Just to help stack up that status resistance. He might not go Satanic anymore just because he has this Titan Sliver. And feel like, you know, maybe he can go for a damage item or a BKB instead.
This, again, feels like that race against the clock type of game right now. Like, maybe you're just comfortable taking all of these outer tier 2 towers if you're FlyToMoon, but they just saw that glyph being used. They're actually going to TP back towards top lane. And if they wanted to, I guess they could hypothetically, like, relocate to get him with the IO. No, he's TPing over there instead. So they're just going to be comfortable, at least it looks like for the moment, with taking down all of the outer tier 2 towers. They still have a minute left on Aegis, or 40 seconds left on Aegis.
I think it's too difficult to go high ground with the first Aegis still, though. Like, it's only got 40 seconds left now.
Okay.
So it would have been really difficult to try and force that fight with the first one. I think you have to just like carry on controlling the map, try and choke them out a little bit, VP, before you try and look to take the second Aegis for your gyro again. And that has to be the big point where you're like, okay, we're going to have like Butterfly on our gyro, possibly like almost a Satanic at that point as well. That's when our gyro is going to be like at his, probably his biggest point in the game. like where he's most effective in comparison to the VP cores.
Fair enough.
Double
Telescope.
Where's my
That
pension?
one's real nice.
Really
other
good for the
ones?
Grimstroke.
Oh, they got a repair kit on Dire.
Oh,
That's important. You know, I think repair
love that-
kit is actually like super value on IO now as well.
oh, with the 20 HP regen.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's got this faded brooch. That's interesting.
What else could he go for at this
I mean, like
point?
the mana pool's nice, but
Maybe like vampire fangs or something.
I mean, to be fair, they're gonna get more tier 3 items here. Yeah, he's picked up the craggy coat instead. I was gonna say that's much better.
Yeah.
Like he's super tanky now. Actually, 25 armor.
For a
Wow.
queen.
And that's the hero that you tend to want to go on, you know, at the start of the fights if you can, to blow up the IO before things get too crazy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So DD Rune spawns bottom. They have a relocate available if they want to try and jump these people. Oh, they just stepped inside vision for a second there, and now they see him. No one. Oh, he just barely able to get out of there.
They scanned as well, just at the same time. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh god, they are here. Solo was stood behind him though with the Oracle also.
Right.
That might not have been such a bad engagement. Lash probably would have just been able to run away. Who knows?
Yeah, they're looking over here, but not finding anybody. Iceberg. Just going to meet up with this. Cut through the wave. And continue to dominate the map. The key thing, it feels like now, is to try and make sure that FlyToMoon do not get caught. Water. What? Oh, somebody had to go to the bathroom.
Fair enough.
I
respect that.
I like how, by the way, it's like it's such an intuitive like instinct for Io for always want to fly that he's like, okay, if I'm DCing from the game, I have to, you know, if I have to go to the bathroom, I have to DC from the game, otherwise they're gonna unpause. Like even in pro games, it's just that's the reaction.
It's just so everybody knows that he's the one that is disappeared. That's all.
Exactly.
I think this telescope on Grimstroke's really good, by the way. Like he has the cast range channel, he has Aether Lens, and he has telescope now. So when we come back into the game, you can't see it at the moment because it's paused. But look at the cast range of Soulbind, and Inkswell and things. It's absolutely bonkers. I think the control from the Soulbind has to be the biggest thing that he's looking for here. And like you talked about, the status resistance. That's a long word. It's really good
It's
on
two
Troll.
of them, in fact.
But if you hit him with the second one, like you mentioned before, then it doesn't matter. The Soulbind is such a really important skill here to utilize well in the team fights. He says go sorry, and okay, Whisper is now back.
Okay. Yeah, the thing where it's like, if you catch him on the second round of it, then it will make sure that it doesn't bounce. I mean, obviously it's hard to get that. Like that's the ideal situation, but
But look at the cast range.
Yeah.
Though. Like
That's
he has a much
crazy.
better chance of it now.
he needs to be able to just sort of like sit back and wait for things to develop and then go in for it afterwards.
Jaro didn't get in the smoke. And he has a DD.
Okay. They get the D word though. They know right where they are. Oh god. Poor troll. Poor troll. Oh, he wants to run. Yeah, it's the diffuse
got the
blade
Oracle.
silence. Nicely caught there as they catch onto both of them. Cool man pops his ulti, but it is only to delay the inevitable as this DD is tearing them apart. Dead and done. They are soulbound together over to the side here.
this-
Queen of Pain jumps forward, gets the stone to both,
On the
and the relocate
relocate.
forward. The DD's still working. B-Tune just now wears off, but they will kill off no one. 4 dead. Buybacks only there for 3 of them. And you can see immediately they're pushing out these side waves. They're like, we have to cut these waves.
I mean, they can try. Oh, he's going to take the outpost just before the 30-minute mark. Oh, Maya.
Are they,
No one is going to be so angry that he didn't build BKB now. He's got these 3 deaths straight in a row. It's like as soon as he's bought Bloodstone, they haven't been able to do anything. He's going to probably look back at this and think, oh, God, it's like, yeah, the Bloodstone's like, it's more high risk, high reward kind of thing.
yeah.
But he's going to look back at it and think, yeah, maybe I should have gone BKB.
And after a big moment like that in the game, the like voice line that you want to hear is not baby rage. That's I'm worried that there's some inhospitality going on amongst the players right now on Virtus.pro. We don't know, but there's a chance. 5 seconds left, but that 5 seconds before these people respawn is going to make the difference of a melee Rax. Everybody gets out.
So
Has
fast
fallen.
with the overcharge. This gyro has butterfly as well. He's literally just about to pick up the satanic. You know, second Roche is going to be spawning soon. I said he might almost have a satanic. He's pretty much finished it.
Oh, and he's got the
And he's got
paladin
a paladin
sword.
sword.
That's big.
Jesus.
What a guy.
How do you kill this gyro? Like,
Dude, I don't know. FlyToMoon, though, what a comeback. From being down 2-0 in the series and being able to even it back up, and now in a pretty commanding lead in this game number 5. Roche going to be respawning in 30 seconds, which does give VP an opportunity to get in position to defend against it, but it's got to be a perfect defense.
yeah, they need like a massive echo slam here. They're going to smoke, but I don't know if the Hawk saw just on the edges of that one or not.
Troll just bought out. He doesn't have buyback anymore, and
Yeah,
he doesn't even have his
has to.
MKB. He doesn't even
He has to though, otherwise, like, they need all the items they can get to win a fight. If they save for buyback, they're going to lose the fight every single time.
But he doesn't even have MKB yet. He bought out and didn't have the item. He's just... I think he's just dead. Echo Slam on the backlines is not doing nearly enough. They save the Troll for the moment. Now going to pop the BKB V2 and trying to do the damage that they possibly can. Good Yule Scepter to dodge away from that Sonic Wave, but eventually, Troll here is going to go down, most likely. Possibly, yes. They take him down, 70 seconds, no Troll, no buyback. They buy back on the Pugna, and right now, you just see Zayat's running down lanes trying to stop the pressure. I mean, this Haste Rune's a good victory for him in some ways, but he's eventually going to get in trouble. All right, silence there, blink away, now TP out. They got him caught, though. The net, they found him. Oh, Zayat's in trouble. He gives him one last punch there, but it is not going to be enough. He has buyback, but into the Roche pit they go.
Do you know what the massive play from the Shaker is? Having Imp Claw as his neutral item, actually. That's the big one. Just for the extra slap on the enchant totem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he did what he could there, but they're just going to end up taking Roche here anyway. I know what you were saying about him not finishing MKB, but I think even the smallest amount of damage, if it makes a difference, they have to go for it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's like a loser's mentality. Like, we're like, oh, we can buy back and keep ourselves in the game. I think if you do that, you're just going to like fall further and further behind.
That's fair. Yeah. Well, and now, I mean, you know, he's going to be back up. He's going to be close to MKB. He really needs it. Otherwise, they just don't have a way to deal with this gyrocopter. And honestly, I don't even know if they have a way to deal with it, even if he does get the MKB. But we will see.
Radiant structures
He is so farmed on the gyro. A satanic butterfly BKB and a paladin sword on top of his original diffusal. Like, never mind killing him twice. Can they kill him once?
Dude, he just needs a little bit more gold. He's so close to having it done right now. He doesn't quite have it. Deny your tower to get some extra gold. Like, whatever you can do, just get yourself that MKB. Come on,
I don't think that's how it works. I'll be honest.
Don't you get the money? You get half the bounty of the tower now, don't you?
Oh, do you? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Are they going to repair kit it instead?
Oh, that's not the play. All right, well, I think he has enough now, almost. God, he's so close. He's like 430 gold away. Just get the gold for your MKB. That would have been
That's
the
all
perfect
you
time to
want.
deny your tower. It's the only moment when you want to deny the tier 3 tower.
He's got it.
All
He's
right,
got it.
MKB coming out. Looking for the chase forward. Doesn't have his Mask of Death in, but now the stun. Gonna connect. He still has Aegis on V2, but they're starting to beat into him. It's not quite enough damage. And now leashed together, there still is an opportunity here to hold on, and it looks like they're gonna back out on FlyToMoon.
I mean, Soulbind only has a 50-second cooldown because it's now level 3. So
Yeah.
it's not like going to be a massively long time before they go again.
They're holding, though. Resolution's going to push out bottom here, and they're holding. They got those repair kits. Going to be kept alive.
Oh, no. If you hover over a repair kit on the tooltip thing, it still says it gives multi-shot attacks. Oh, Gaben.
Wait, what? Oh, Grant's...
On the when it's activated on a tower,
Got
you
it.
hover over the little icon.
So much.
Got it.
God damn
Get
it,
people to get right on that. I'm sure.
Someone write him an angry email.
Exactly.
Free karma, guys. Reddit karma.
Well, Iceberg going to push out bottom yet again. Actually, he's just buying out one of the components of his sheep stick. Eventually going to pick that one up. It feels like the VP have stabilized a little bit, at least as far as holding their high ground now. That MKB pickup from Troll makes it a little bit tougher for them to just siege without any worry.
He hits really hard now, though. Like, if you look at his damage, because of the talent as well, Like he's hitting for above 300 every single hit. So
Yeah.
he can get through this gyrocopter if they're not careful on FlyToMoon.
He's got to get there, though. Flash doing a lot of damage, burning him down, gets the catch, gets the kill. Iceberg chasing, Sonic Wave, Yule Scepter, keeps alive that Oracle from the... No, excuse me, Oracle's still going to drop down. On the other side, the Echo Slam connection, taking down Iceberg. The degrip, no! What? Resolution? Why? Oh, no! He decrypted him and Iceberg got the cheese off.
Oh, kill no one!
Oh, my God. Now looking for a follow-up, a way to get out of there. Another decrypt! They didn't give him a chance to root. What are you doing?
It was the Glimmer Cape. They didn't have any protection for it.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, they did.
No.
Maybe it was the decrypt.
It was the decrypt 2 times.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, that hurts.
Okay, look, here we go. Hover over repair kit on the tower.
Let's get back to what matters.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Nice. I like it.
Who cares about the fights? God. You see how much stronger they are. They're on the die. Like, they have BKB on the Lesh now. And like you say, with the MKB on the Troll, they can actually fight.
Yeah.
Like, they're not weak anymore. Like, the thing is, with getting this late BKB on Lesh, it's now a longer duration than it would have been, you know, if you'd have bought it earlier on. So in these later engagements, he is a lot more effective than he would have been. Maybe that was the plan all along.
You know, it feels like it's that moment, though, like you were talking about, where yes, they can fight, yes, they're stronger, but it has to be perfect, and that wasn't perfect. And that's really, you know, gonna come back to haunt them. Granted, they're already so far behind, 16,000 net worth now. But if they want any hope of being able to close out this grand finals at all for VP, you need it. You need it absolutely spotless. Almost level 3 Echo Slam for Zayat. That could be maybe another deterrent factor. Like, is there anything else that changes in the next couple of minutes before that next push comes? I guess Aegis wearing off.
Lesh suddenly gets another 10 Bloodstone charges out of nowhere, possibly.
Okay.
All of a sudden it bugs and it works on if you kill neutral creeps as well.
Fair enough.
I mean, Pug now has 3k gold, so he could build something that might make a difference. Like, this Lotus Orb could be big, but he's still not that close. Like, he's 1,500 gold away or so.
Well,
what's Troll have?
they're still taunting away at least, so.
I mean, maybe if this Troll goes Basher next before he goes Satanic, that could make a big difference.
What do you think about Rapier
I think
for Cool Man? Is that crazy?
I think it's just too risky.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that. I mean, the game's in a pretty dire state, so he might as well. But I think the bash is almost more important in a way. Like, this Queen of Pain's just all over the place. I think the lockdown's just as important at the damage at this point, because he is hitting for, like we said, like, what, 300 or so before reduction.
Oh, man. This is a tough one. This is a real tough one. 38 minutes in, and if they want to now, they can just wait for the next Roche, probably. I don't see whatever else needs to happen. I don't know. God damn. God damn.
It's, I don't know, because, I mean, this Gyro's going to get Daedalus in. Yeah, he's going to be really strong on things, but it does feel like they're just, you know, as they should be, a little bit scared to try and finish the game without the Aegis, you know. It's game 5. They don't want to throw away this massive lead that they have. But you are allowing this Troll to kind of, like, come into the game a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't gotten another one of those items, but the big thing that you're also going to be getting is that next 40-minute tier 4 items. So, hypothetically, there's still a lot of room left to grow for FlyToMoon if they can keep them stuck in their base. And right now, it doesn't feel like VP have any interest in leaving their base at all.
The problem is, if they ever leave their base to try and make a play, they can always just relocate in on the IO Gyro and just finish the racks anyway. It's super hard to play against now. They need, like, an absolute miracle because, yeah, like, we've seen it in... What was the Nigma Secret game, I think it was, where they just backdoored with the Wisp? I don't know if you saw that one. Yeah,
I don't remember.
So, like, even if you ever make a play and you manage to get to the other side of the map, like, you still have to be wary of that at all times.
Oh, they got the leveler. Oh, no. Who's taking that one?
Gyrocopter, man. I think... Oh, he's gone Scardy. I really like this on the Gyro. I think he just has to tank up a little bit.
Okay.
Like, especially if he's got the Paladin sword.
Yeah.
Like, you just want to stay alive as long as you can in these fights and just be as annoying as possible. Ninja gear as well for the Queen of Pain. Super good.
Smoke out. Coming right now from VP. They realize we do not have the ability to do this. They see Cool Man. And And they're thinking about going. Hawk summoned. They see the Hawk, they take down the Hawk. Everybody's grouped together. Taking down some more boars, the necro books. Oh,
Queen
they're
of
just
Pain
saying.
just took the tome, and she's about to hit 25.
Look at this,
It's
though.
on the way on the courier now.
The movement from FlyToMoon, they're like, hey, nobody is up here on high ground. Let's just go take it. They're all over here. VP are out of position. They're going to have to defend their own damn high ground. V-Tune's going up high. Oh, wait. Do you not have backdoor? The backdoor's down? Hello? Test?
They really wanted to farm the neutral items on the troll. That's why they left. And he gets a Minotaur horn, which is nice, but like, who uses it? I guess maybe the Lesh.
Could be good maybe
Yes,
for... I bet Oracle would be good to take off the Orchid.
Yeah, it would be good. I think, but the thing is, I think Solo has to just be more careful. More careful. Like, it's like I say it like it's really easy.
Yeah.
Like he has to be just so far back with the telescope. I think is the big one.
Right.
And they get a spell prism as well. Jesus, this Queen of Pain is loving life. Has a nullifier as well now, by the way, with the 25.
That's nice. So the other thing that's great about that is it means that your false promise as Oracle doesn't work anymore. If you're like catch them afterwards, because obviously nullifier is dispellable still. So you can, if you get the nullifier on after the false promise, then all of the healing that Oracle would throw on is nullified. Hey, that's a good use of the word.
Yeah, so the false promise still carries on, but it's the purifying flames, isn't it, that
Right.
constantly get too much stuff.
Right. Well, I meant more in terms of the fact that nullifier constantly dispels now. So it's exactly. The people out there in the Twitch chat world are understanding what I'm saying, hopefully.
Oh, he has Refresher Shard on the Queen of Pain.
All right, so no Paladin Sword right now for V-Tune. He has opted to take the Leveler, which I like for the maximum tower hitting potential. 25% bonus building damage, as well as all that nice attack speed.
At least Troll has 53% status resistance with the SMY Satanic Titan Sliver.
Yeah.
What a horrible thing to play against, by the way.
I mean, not in this game, though. They seem to be doing okay with it.
Yeah, he's only just got it, though.
Yeah.
I don't know, this build is so annoying. Like, you can't lock him down anymore.
Well, a lot of damage now on a gyrocopter. He's living through it, though, and God, that attack speed is kind of nuts. But they still
But
don't...
the thing is, it's so hard for them to break high ground. I think Iceberg has to just commit and blink in while they go for the racks. But there's a glyph as well. So, like, they have to be so careful.
All right, General giving no one the tip. Like, well done, sir. He's taking the Minotaur horn, which is probably fine.
I would have liked to see it on Shaker, actually, as well, I think.
Yeah. I mean, again, this is actually like, how do you break this high ground? This is potentially really tough. Them being able to hold that earlier one was huge.
I'd like to see them make a possible smoke play and try and come in from the bot lane as well.
Okay.
And like come onto the back line where the Oracle is, for example. If you can take them by surprise, it would be a big initiative. Like if you can get off Rezo, maybe Solo or even Zayats on the Shaker, who just picked up a flicker. Okay.
He's out of the base there. They're anticipating that they aren't going to go again from FlyToMoon because it's going to be really hard. So he can go and like farm up all these neutral items for his team, which is really important. Flicker is like the worst thing ever, though. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, but he doesn't want to show on this wave because then they know that they can just go. But if you can get down these Ancients, this is a big moment. Do they see the fissure? They shouldn't. So taking it down, up high ground.
It's gone though.
Okay. Force out that glyph. Out of any of those, did he get something? He got Magic Lamp. Again, not the best of them, but I guess it's not terrible. Yeah, no one's not happy. He's like, dude, what the hell is this? What are these items?
RNG.
Oh, they ping. They know. They know. They know.
That's a hawk. Yeah.
They know.
Oh dear.
Zayat, be careful, buddy. Jump in and get roared. Don't let it happen to you. Fissure opens up. No ags on this gyrocopter, so he's not hitting, but they do take it down, and look at that damage. It's coming in so quick. Solo's pretty far forward. Fate's Edict trying to keep him alive. Jump forward. Iceberg gets the opening there. Fear onto no one. Sonic Wave onto 3. Is it good? Secondary Sonic Wave interrupted by the bash. And there it is onto Coolman. He is down fairly low. Jump in, Echo Slam. It's not nearly enough. Triple kill for General. 1 roar, 3 kills. This dude just Fusro Dodd everybody. as they hit another kill there onto the Earthshaker. Buybacks abound. They need absolutely everybody. No one is going to live for the moment.
Dire's top barracks
But
are under
it
attack.
looks like this is looking towards the end. As 45 minutes in, GG, well played is called. FlyToMoon, they pull it back and run a reverse sweep over Virtus.pro. Are we seeing the emergence of some new kings in CIS?
I mean, these guys, they play super well. And the mentality to come back from a 2-0 down is insanely good. I said at the start of game 3, you know, those first 2 games, they weren't that great. I was hoping we would get some closer games. And FlyToMoon were like, well, we can make it a little bit better than close, if you like. And they just absolutely smashed them in a reverse sweep. I don't know. I thought on paper this Resolution Puckler would do better in bot lane.
Right.
Again, it feels like the games that they've lost are when their lanes kind of like fell apart on VP. Like that top lane didn't go very well. I mean, Charles 1-8-2.
Yeah.
It's just they never really recovered from any of the games they fell behind in. It felt like.
I mean, yeah, it was. And like, you know, just looking at the scores, the big thing that sticks out to me is Iceberg 16-0-10. Like we said he had to have an amazing game. Both of us did, and he did. He had an amazing game. Didn't die once, didn't overextend. I mean, going BKB first helps in that stat line, right? Like he realizes I just can't die this game, and then we win the game, and they did. It's really impressive.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt really impressed by Aloha Dance though. These last 3 games, especially even on his Knicks as well. I think he was really good. Like he was breaking smokes in that 4th game, like all the time, just constantly being a pain. And I think his positioning has been super good in a lot of these series. But I mean, they all played well. Like it's difficult to like pull them apart from each other. But yeah, I mean, when Iceberg's on it, he's really on it.
Totally. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the Parimatch Season 2 League. Switch those last 2 words around because, you know, brain stuff for me. But we're gonna end it here. Mo, any final words, any shout outs you want to do? Do you want to give a quick sellout? Where can people find you?
Oh, just if there's an online game being cast, there's an okay chance I'll be there. That's the biggest shout I can do.
Nice.
At MoFarah on Twitter. But yeah, just use some of the advice I try and give in your games. Go and win some games. That'll make me happy.
Amazing. And we're gonna try out that Yule Scepter thing that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
You got to try that later.
And the POS 4 as well, with the pulling onto the range creeps from Zayats. That was pretty next
impressive.
level.
Yeah, absolutely. So all you wonderful people out there, thank you again so much for tuning in. We are going to end it here. Have yourselves a wonderful day wherever you are, and go watch some more wonderful Dota 2 that is going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. I think that ESL is probably still going on right now, so go check that out if you want. And until next time, see you guys later.